those magnificent men in their flying machine. They go up to the up up, they go down to the up down.
Okay. Alright, and ladies and gentlemen, I thought I'd put this on, so I haven't been busy. I can't see if you can see it alright. So you can look at the details now, like the bump there, whatever that is, and the panels here. Okay, and the stitching there and around there. Okay, so now I've got it as near as I can. So if we go from that and then onto this bit here, I'll just tip it up. It might be a bit easier to tip it. I don't know. There you go. Right, so as you can see, I've got this, I mean it's not exactly like that, but it's just close enough. So you got that there, and you got the bump like it's on there, and then the stitching down the side, and that really the stitching that was an undercarriage bracket, you know, like they used to bolt on the wire undercarriage. So I used that and then filled it and sprayed it. These are just zip clips, as they call them, whatever. So they're there, and then on here you've got the this is just material which I might have a bit hanging about. Here we go. I have a friend of mine, a bit of material just with the side stitching on the run up on a machine, so it's just a bit of that with it, and it's glued on, you know, and so it's like, that's the best I could get it, but that you know, that's how it looks. It's alright, I like it, I'm happy with it anyway. That's that. So zip ties, you know, them ties, that's what they are. So it's basically that's that. So that's the colour code scheme to the Shuttleworth collection, and then you've got your front grills in it. So next thing you do, yeah, there's a bit more detailing obviously, but when I start doing the overhead cams and that, I'll do that, and then I'll put the little copper top that goes on the front to give it a little bit more of a realistic look. You know, going by this, and the exhaust obviously on there, so you can go by the picture. So I'm trying to find the right one. So you've got that. I'm going to start doing that, and let's find the one that's got the grills. Yeah, this one here. So that'll be the next thing tomorrow, if I can get it. There you go. So you've got them there. Little things like that I could have done, but like I said, if I'd known at the beginning I would have put it in, but it doesn't matter. Trying to find it, bear with us. So we'll do the machine gun, I'll do them tomorrow as well, so I'll have a good bit of fun with that. The bit I'm looking for, where the hell are you? It's got to be here somewhere. No, that's not where it is, it's gone. Doesn't matter anyway. So that's that for now. Okay, so next thing, then the decals. Once the decals go on, it'll be there, and then your tail plane's ready to go on. Dun dun dun. So that'll go on, never. So, and that's it. We're getting there now with it, very much so. So I'm pleased with it so far. You know, I mean, it's not the world's greatest perfect, but it looks, to me, it looks more authentic because it looks like it's been through the wars. It's meant to do, so I'm happy with that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's that now. Okay, I had a laser treatment done today. Bloody murder, it really hurts. So there we have it. Okay, so I don't know if you can see with the reflection, what we're looking at on here is that got to touch it. There you go. So I'm sorry, this is the picture I'm using as a rug guide for the se5a from the Shuttleworth collection. So I'm trying to get as closest to that as possible and build up round it, obviously, you know, when I get to that stage. But so far we're on the machine gun like I showed in the previous video. So if we do that, I got off the telly, here we go. So oh, I don't know where I put the piece of bloody wood now. Oh yeah. So here we go. This is the I've dremeled, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but I dremeled it out so that it looks like it's got the veins like the machine gun. And that screw there is only temporary, so I can get an angle right, which I've got more or less in this side. So it's there, that's there. And then you use this piece of thin, piece of scrap balsa goes over like so, like, to mould it in and get it made. So you get it, once you've got it in situ, obviously I'll cover the fuse first, because that's more or less it. So you can get more and cut it to shape, so you see. So like I showed you up there, so you've got the once you've sanded it all to shape and it's on there, it will look very much like the one that's on there. If that makes sense. It takes a bit of rivet around, but fettle it around, sand it to shape, and it'll look lovely. And that'll be that part done. And then that should be that bit, and then I'll look at something else along the fuse. Obviously I'll sort the wings out today. I've definitely got the bug back now, so I've forgotten how long things take to do on planes, you know. So the next thing now is to square up the tail plane, or stabiliser if you want to call it that. Mr. Macintosh blessing me in. So that's that. Okay, so we're getting there. Alright, oh yeah, and the sight was just made out the same piece of this, had a bit of piano wire drilled through, so it held itself there. Job done, isn't it? So that's how you go. You know, it's rough and that. Like I said earlier, if it was quarter scale, everything was a lot easier to make, you know. So it takes out a little longer. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, that's about it. So at least it looks beginning to look like a plane now. So okay, it's just a quick video to say I've started the se5a build. What a bit of a luxury is having all the ribs made for you and stuff. It's a proper kit, this, so it's 10 times easier than making all the ribs yourself like I did in the triplane. So basically the start, but again I'm going to alter a few things because this bit here looks really feeble when you put it on the wing, so I'm going to make my own wing tips without using that as a guide, so that will be a lot easier I think. And then we'll go with that. Nothing much to it really, it's the same sort of thing, diagonal there, nice bit in the middle. I might make these a bit solid rather than they're empty, so I've got some blockwood here. I might make it better light so I can sand it to shape to make it look more like the real thing. And that's that. So it's quite exciting, this bit. Yay, jelly. Millions of pins. Yeah. That brings some memories back to my mate James Tate. He made this about 30-40 years ago, and I must confess I have never actually made an se5a before. I made the wings, but that was about it. A long time ago, very long time ago. It's about 30 odd years ago, to be honest. So yeah, so this is a new build for me. Be interesting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I bet the tail's on now, and I've done the bottom bit as it is on the thing, so that's not too bad. That's a bit dumb. Anyway, so bearing in mind that I'll go. Okay, so now we're on doing the detailing of this cockpit bit. I don't know if you can see it very well there, but I'm going now for the machine gun and the windscreen. It's on this the Shuttleworth version. Again, it's not going to be perfect, it's so small. But anyway, so if you can see here, this is a piece of an old tray that I had, yeah, a bit of plastic, and I basically formulated it, going by what was on the picture, formulated it, just sanded it on the machine, burning myself, there you go, to get near enough close to it. And this is just a bit of old scrap balsa. You use a bit of Dremel to cut the groove out so it sits inside it, and you glue it and then carefully paint it, and that, so, you know, to get it there. And then obviously I'm now formulating the side bits, which are these, like them bits there. Okay, so obviously that's the rough bit of the first, and then obviously I'll do the other side, and then we shape them as best close to it, and then you cheat with a bit of filler, you know, to cover it all and that. So that about it. And then if you notice, I hope I'm not making people feel a bit ill, but you know, there you go with the moving the camera. So we've got this sight or whatever that is. I'll take it as a sight, and here we have, this is an old piece of curtain rail, nice and light. Okay, so obviously, and it's even got a bevel on it, so that's what's going to sit there, cut to length, and spray it black and formulate the brackets, so you've got your sight. Because I saw a picture today of one, an se5a some gentleman made, and it looked lovely, you know, but he had obviously had the oh, I don't know, air fix kit with all the bits, or so, but I'm obviously going by making it out of my head, which all of it's made out of my head really, because I can't find the machine guns for the se5a or anything really. I've looked, but either way I think it's more fun making it yourself. Okay, so that'll be the main sight once it's sprayed, and then when I get to the machine gun I'll find other little bits and bobs, you know, anything you can find. It's household stuff, it's nice and light, it's a hollow tube, so curtain rail don't cost anything. Okay, so that'll be that bit, and then we'll crack on and do the machine gun, which again I'll go slowly now. The machine gun, and I'll see how I make that. The thing I've got to make a decision is I've got to make it so that I can take the wing off and all that. So I'm not that bothered. Normally I leave my plane set up, but if I ever sold it I suppose it have to come apart. And then this piece of dialing is just supposed to make the exhaust. Okay, so, and then I thought about how am I going to get the actual top of the rocker cover, right? And I thought, well, these are just simply hairbands. And so what I'll do with the hairband is I'll put it on, glue it in place, and then when eventually I'll paint it all black, that'll look like the rocker head cover. See, all cheating. And once I make the exhaust ports, the dummy exhaust ports, you know, again, so I'm going to do that, and it should be looking reasonably like it should. Okay, but again, because this has to come off to get to it, I'll have to sort of work a way out of how to get it so it doesn't snag when you try to take things off. But it's getting there now, ladies and gentlemen. I'm almost there with it, and I'll be so glad to finish this damn plane so I can get on with my Sopwith Camel, which is the one I'm dying to build for months. But I don't know, I wasn't going to bother with this plane to be honest, and just bake it as basic, but as usual I've got into it now, so I want to get it as close as I can to the Shuttleworth version, and then we'll leave it at that. Jelly. So that'll do. Okay, right then, so that's that for today. Right then, I hope it's any use to anyone. I don't know, it's just a bit of fun, isn't it? You know, but once it's all painted and sprayed, it'll look similar to the real thing. You know, if it was quarter scale, it's a lot easier to work on, but 6 scale like this, it's a lot different. Everything's smaller and it's a lot more technical. Okay, great stuff, lovely. All right, then, cheerio, bye.
Those magnificent men, those magnificent